So you've played Factorio before. Maybe you've launched one rocket, maybe you've built an FTL drive out of seawater, maybe you've started again on an empty map and not had construction robots to do things for you and been sad about it. So in this series we're going to break down a bunch of early game Factorio speedrun tools to get a little base online quickly, to get to bots easily so you can build what you want to. And we're going to do it in a kind of general way. Like this is wave defense, where we already have all of the techs unlocked, we already have a bunch of stuff, we even already have robots, but this is such a good way of getting a base online that it happens here as well. And that tool is, as soon as you have ore on belts, start processing that stuff into useful products. Maybe your first smelting doesn't look like this because you don't have the steel furnaces that wave defense gives you. You probably don't have the substations, but pretty much every speedrun that puts ore on belts will get around to processing those plates into useful things almost immediately. And there's a lot of stuff you can make from just iron. You can make your belts and your gear wheels, and you can make pipes for power grid. If you're expecting some combat, you can have bullets. Just make those immediately, like super close to wherever you're smelting stuff. And then similarly, with your first copper, which might not be a full belt, wave defense is kind of weird, and it probably won't look like this, but start turning that first copper just directly into green chips, which are the major use of copper in the early game of Factorio. So this button, yeah, just start immediately as soon as you're processing the stuff. Turn it into other things. You might also want to have some kind of overflow, which I can do with bots because I've got bots. Everyone else in this hypothetical scenario is working towards bots. But yeah, crafting things like mining drills from plates is a little bit disappointing and sad. You don't want to be doing that. Whereas if we have some source of chips and gear wheels, then yeah, pretty easy to just build a bunch of miners, get everything going in the right direction we want pretty quickly. And I don't even think this needs to change the shape of the base that you eventually build. Like, you could have another splitter somewhere, maybe leave a bit more space, go somewhere else and like start a bus somewhere if that's what you wanted to do. The thing is, if you start the bus first and then build a mall somewhere else, that's going to cost you a couple of hundred belt. Whereas if you just slap all of this stuff here, you can reorganize it with the bots that you get later, gets everything online nice and quickly, gets you the things you need. Pretty much every speedrun category that puts ore on belts does some kind of, hey, let's get intermediates as fast as we can. It's a good trick. It'll help you get to bots a little bit faster. That's what we're here for. Then you can go and build whatever you want.